What's up, people? I just got home from a 10-day Vipassana course in Ödeshög, Sweden. It was like a whole lifetime worth of insights and experience. I've gotten a bit absorbed by the daily life instantly. Like just on the ride home, like I was starting to get absorbed into old thoughts about the world and my life and habits, and they are hard to handle. I cannot focus inward as much. I'll come to the experience, but I like to start with this. The whole purpose of the Vipassana technique is to feel your body. Feel more, and when you feel more, and feel more. And you're not gonna create any attachment or aversion to any sensation in your physical body. That's the whole point. And it's the hardest and the simplest thing to do. And yeah, I managed to get a long way during the course. Even the first day I felt that I managed to, I had a bunch of thoughts in the background in the beginning, but I could have them, a lot of them, like flies, and just be with them. And so in the first days, even I saw the light. I don't know if that's directly related to what we did, but I'm very sure because they talked about it too. So yeah, I saw the light. I felt my body fill up with lightness, energy, and light. But every time I got closer to, really feeling it, really seeing the light, my ego got scared, and that's where I didn't really pass. I did come a bit further than that later on, but my ego was scared to die, and so I've only like had glimpses of how beautiful this world can be. Or obviously but I have lived it in certain times, but not for very long, and there's always something that can stop me. And those things that we have within us that stops us from expressing, they called it Sankharas. It is the unresolved energy within us, in our thoughts, which comes from the body. Or I guess it goes the other way around too, but they go hand in hand, they coexist. If you have some tension in the body, it's gonna affect the thought. If you have some certain thought, you're gonna feel it in the body. If you're scared, you get or some feeling. And if you get hurt in the stomach, you might get a thought that, oh shit, ow, fuck. Yeah, but so, oh, it was amazing. It was so beautiful when I actually managed to do the work correctly. I don't know how to begin telling you. Oh, I'm not in this state anymore. I need to go within. But from what I remember, it was first of all that simple. You just had to feel your sensations. And then all the traumas and all the unresolved energies come to the surface in thoughts. And it was easy to think that, when the thoughts arise, then you look at the thought and then the work is done. But no, you just forget about the thought and keep feeling your body, because it's all rooted at the deepest level in our bodies. So I just kept feeling, and eventually I realized one thing, that I've had a physical trauma in my body, right here in my jaw. I have been weak here and my jaw has been tilted to the left. And I realized that when I totally relaxed and sensed my body. Because apparently I've been walking around with a tense jaw, and I know that I always have tension in all this area, and I've had it all my life. And my chest and all that. And so I felt it and I contracted this muscle. I realized it's right here. I've always had a smaller jaw muscle here. So I contracted it while relaxing and just feeling it, not wanting to fix it, not being scared to not fix it, just feeling it. And then the natural thing was for my body to fix itself. I didn't crave it or anything. I just sat there and felt it. And I knew that the fact that I had tension was because I have had other cravings or aversions towards something which has created tension, or it could have been an injury which created the thoughts. Anyways, so I eventually got it back into place, and I felt it like it clicked. And right there and then I felt I could feel this side of my neck, which I couldn't feel during the whole meditation before. I felt it now, and I could contract it. And I've always had problems. I always have to adjust my scapula and back. And then it went further down to the lats and the back, close to the spine, and to my buttocks and the hips, and the whole right hip area. So I felt that all of that click into place. My calves, I could contract them. They've had a hard time contracting because of lack of connection with that side of the body. And then my foot, I've always had a flat feet on the right side, but I developed I'm symmetrical now, but I will fall back if I don't keep on feeling my body without attachment. So when I did that, I felt blood flow, like my veins in my head here. I just felt like my heart was pumping blood to this place with all its might. it was like, finally. And I felt just blood rushing through here, and I think my right side of the brain opened up a lot right there, because I don't know if it has to do with memories, but I got bombarded with childhood memories, like meaningful, not so many, but like really important ones, like the ones that has had the most effect on me. And they all came with understanding, and it was related to this. I knew that this jaw has made my body aligned in a way that my whole system, my thoughts, and like who I am has been completely different to what it would have been if it was correct. Like the body needs to be aligned. It has to. I guess you could overcome it even though you have an unaligned body by overcoming the thoughts, and maybe you have like some injury, but I mean, it must be possible. But it's like, if both of them are, if the body is pure, it's gonna be easier, I think. I don't know, I might be talking shit. Anyways, what should I say? Yeah, right. I cannot explain this in a better way. I developed ADHD, 100%, not in a bad way. I think ADHD is just a certain structure of the mind where there's always some tension in the life we have, like mentally, and it's a coping mechanism. It's energy that's leaking out in, not knowing what to do, or trying to cope with it, and trying to make something fun to distract ourselves. And like the mind like has a reason to create a lot of energy to keep on going. And so when it got hard, my mind started creating images, like structures. I saw like anatomies, like full structure anatomies, really clearly, like more, almost more real than reality sometimes. And I've never even been able to imagine a thing, not a color even, nothing. Well, very, very weakly. But even on the first day here, I locked in, and my mind just bloomed. My left side understood the things that I was feeling, and I could feel things more deeply. And that's the whole journey that I was in, feeling with the intuition, like understanding what, like just using the right side, using the connection side, just feeling the things, everything, not just in me, but on the breaks. I connected so deeply to nature, I looked at bugs, and I became them. I looked at them, and I understood their whole life, and I was like, wow. And sometimes when I was meditating, I was sitting there and thinking about the bug, how they feel. So I became a bug. I just sat there like, oh fuck yeah, shit. And it was amazing. I want to be a bug. I even felt like we were all bugs just sitting there. I saw it was like 100 people in that hall. We all just looked like fucking bugs sitting there sometimes. And some with tension, some without. Because the thing is, why I like to feel like I was some insect or animal, is because they don't think, they don't judge. They just are what they are. They just express it. Like, not because they're like, oh, I should express myself. They are that thing. They just live. There's no tension in their stomach. There's no tension in their fucking throat or chest. They just open up and oh, you know, oh fuck yeah, you know, oh, yeah. That was amazing. You know, the hardest part for me to come back is to do this around people that don't understand. It's scary, the thought that I won't do the work just because someone don't understand the work. Not only do I have to convince myself, but that's why I'm very critical to even the technique that we use. The way they teach it. They say, come here, do it, and you'll see results. And you know, oh, it's scientific, oh, it's this. But you don't have that much science to back it up. You don't have that much proof to back it up. We need more proof. People think we need to develop our right side brain in this society, in this world we live in, that we are lacking the right side, the connection, feelings. But I think the reason why we don't, why we're not using this is because this is wicked. This is messed up, totally messed up. We need to understand this side by this side first. There's no way we're going here if we don't understand it with this side. This is the judge. He chooses, he puts the limit to how deeply we feel. This side is always fully connected to everything that this side lets it connect to. And that's the most I got out of this. From the intellectual and logical side. The most I got out of this retreat, this course, was that I saw a logical structure that developed more and more during the whole meditation, which just pointed towards this. It wasn't, oh yeah, you've done it before, so therefore you know that it works. No, it was shapes and energy and fields, energy fields that just I understood them. It wasn't that they looked beautiful or anything. They were absolutely beautiful. But I understood them at the moment. Like spirals and a lot of spirals, a lot of pyramids, a lot of symbols, and like just bum, 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 bum. I was spiraling down into infinite loops, and you know, it was scary. But then I just looked at them. I kept looking at them, and eventually I understood them. And they were logical, intellectual structures through my senses that explained that I need more of this to develop more of this, so this can develop this, so this can develop this. You know, it's masculine, feminine. It's a stair. You gotta take the stair. You gotta balance it. There's no limit to how deeply you will go there. You can feel unlimited things. There's unlimited frequencies. Fuck yeah. The world has unlimited joy, unlimited adventures. But we choose to stop and say, yeah, this is what I want. This is the thing that will fulfill me. I crave this. I'm attached to this. If I don't have it, I suffer. Another thing, for the people that want to hear some really crazy stuff. I knew this before I even got to the retreat, to the course, that I would probably connect so deeply that I would get superpowers. Like, not talking mental or just like becoming smart. I'm talking connection. I'm talking airbending. Firebending. Waterbending. And earthbending. We live in a funny world. We live in a beautiful world. And we fuck it up. We can't blame anyone. Can't blame anyone. We gotta understand everyone. Yeah. We gotta observe without craving, attachment, aversion. Just look at it. Just look at yourself. Look at the feeling, man and woman. Look. Just look. Just look. You see that? That's connection. Yeah. I recommend the course. You don't have to do the course. You can just meditate. But it helps. It helps, you know. I always challenge myself to do it in the hardest, in the most challenging circumstances. Try to do it in public, I try to do it at home, I try to do it when the TV's on, when the younger brother is fucking playing games. You know, but this really helped to just shut things off, because I kind of lost it. I did lose it, but I knew that I lost it all along. I wasn't completely lost, like. So I did what I knew would help, and it really helped. And now I'm back, and I know that I keep doing it. It's hard. But even that feeling, I just have to observe it. Fuck yeah. Heaven on earth. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful.